All right, Tim, here we go. So this is a pre-workout mobility based on the video that you sent over. And we already talked about some of the limitations that you already have. So this is what I want you to do, right? So the first thing that we're gonna do, everything starts from the feet up, right? It's gonna be working on your ankle mobility. Even though you have good ankle mobility, it's something that you definitely want to continue to work on or improve. So the first thing we're gonna do, just grab a kettlebell, put it right here, and just glide. And just like for myself today, I already feel like a little bit tightness here, so I'm just gonna camp out. If I need to like roll in a little bit more, just create a little more tension, I can definitely roll in. But again, I'm just like kind of moving in and out. Reset, go back again, reset, go back again. And of course, again, a quick way, which I've talked about this in the videos before, a quick way to test for limited or how good of ankle mobility you have is find a wall, grab a fist, put a fist in between you and the wall, and you want to glide without your heels coming off. You want to dorsiflex, dorsiflex, so not dorsiflex, you want to knee flexion. You want to get into knee flexion, trying to ride that knee as much forward as possible. And what you're looking for is you want to see the distance that you have between your knee and the wall without your heels coming off the ground. So you do the same thing for both sides, obviously, because you want to test if you have any limitation more than one side than the other. Fist against the wall, put your feet right there and right there. So yes, this is close, but based on feel alone, I can definitely feel a little bit of a tightness here. So I know that needs a little bit of tension. So, but you, again, grabbing the kettlebell and doing like a knee drive without your heels coming off, it's gonna allow you kind of just like loosen up that. Another thing you wanna do is you wanna get a foam roll, just stretch your calves out. Of course, I'm not gonna show you that, you know how to do that. Just stretch your calves out. Soleus all the way down, your Achilles all the way up. Just loosen that tension up, then that should definitely help. So jumping into knees and hips. So the first thing I want you to do when it comes to that is, for me personally, what I like to do first is a touchdown squat. And a touchdown squat essentially just like highlights any sort of issues that I might have that day, because each day might present different restrictions or opportunity to improve on something. So what we want to do is, again, you can start from a low platform to a higher platform. You step on it, and what you want to do from here is kick back, hinge at the hips, and just touch down. So that alone, and what you're looking for is like, you're looking for a sensation of, okay, what's sticky, what I need to work on. So based on this alone, just from here, extending and touching down, I can feel maybe like my knee is like a little wobbly that day, or I have a little restriction, a little bit like, my ankle. Just highlight that. Of course, this is something you can start from, but ideally speaking, you can build a base where you can, keep stacking the weight on as high as possible. And it could be a weekly thing that you can definitely just like, keep working on. And again, here, stop. So this work on knee stability, identifies if you have maybe some ankle tightness, kind of identify any sort of restriction in your hips too. So 3 sets of this, 10 to 12 repetitions, just to get the knee going. But another thing that we can definitely do, because again, if you're running like you are, it's a way you can blend knee stability and knee strengthening with each other, so you can do a hybrid of a touchdown squat and the TKE, like terminal knee extension with a band. So I'll move this slightly back a little bit to the normal plate. But here's the beauty of it, right? Here's a way you can build using a hybrid of TKE and blended TKE in a touchdown squat. So hopefully you can see me there from here. So normally without the band, it's just a touchdown squat, right? But you can blend that into a TKE by hinging at the hips, touching down. But when you come in, when you get back to the starting position, all you're doing is just like flexing your knee. So all the tendon around your tibialis, all the tendon around your patella tendon is getting strengthened at the same time. So hinge at the hips, touchdown squat, improve knee stability and strengthen at the same time. I'm back. So I'll do about 3 sets, a total of 15, and that alone on this one, you definitely feel like a decent amount of quad pump from here. So that takes your knee stability. Now let's talk about the hips. So in the video that you're saying, obviously, you see you shifting on one side more than the other. And that just tells me you're running out of room or range of motion, or running out of room from one side and compensating by shifting in the other side. So again, kettlebell weight shift. So you don't have to go all the way to the side. Find a way that's comfortable for you. So you're gonna be doing a knee external rotation. External rotate your knee, external rotate your hips. I want you to flex your glutes and then you glide. So what that's gonna do is gonna open, so essentially you're working this side, right? It just opens your adductor up. So you add the weight to that. So before you start, let the weight be the restriction. Don't hinge on the weight. Just drop your shoulders down. Externally open your hips. Squeeze the glutes and then glide. So you should feel like a nice little opening in your adductors. So again, because that's your sticky points, that's gonna help you obviously open up a little bit more when you're squatting. If you have any sort of tightness in the front, with the banded distraction, get into the hip position. And the key here, like a few videos I've already mentioned, you don't have to do much. All you need to do is just like internally rotate your hips and just slide forward. You should feel like good opening right in your hip flexor. So you want to do this, rock back and forth for 3 sets, 10 to 12 repetitions. So again, it doesn't have to be 3 sets. You can start at 2, you can start at 1, because it's better. 1 is better than nothing at all. And you can work your way up as much as you need or feel like you need for that day. So yeah, and that should last you about 10 to 15 minutes or so, and you should be good to go.